Welcome to Card Corner. These are the cards. That's the corner. Today we've got these baby movie trading cards. My buddy Milo over at the Trading Cards YouTube channel said, "Hey buddy, you gotta check these out. These baby trading cards, they're all the rage on the streets." So we're gonna check them out today. They are by Tops and they're from a movie we've never seen before. I'm not sure anybody's seen this movie. Ever since I started looking up these trading card packs to open, I've come across these baby ones a few times, but I've never come across the movie Baby otherwise. And I do watch quite a few movies, so but that's kind of weird. I wonder if the trading cards are more popular than the movie, just because people like opening up trading cards more than watching crappy movies. Alright, we got our gum kind of stuck to this one. It doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. I actually got a suggestion. Sorry, I forget who said it on the channel, but he said if you ever got a piece of gum that's stuck to a card like this, and you can't get it off, just throw it in the freezer for a while. Ours came off well enough, though. I'm not sure the freezer thing would have prevented that staining. Probably not. Oh, poisoned by what? People from the village, I guess. The fishing village were poisoned by meat from the carcass of some mysterious animal. One of them draws a picture of the creature, and it resembles the Brontosaurus. So I don't know if they're eating baby there or baby's mom or what. We've got another fine mess. Poor George. Not only does he have a body covered with wasp stings, but there's a dinosaur hatchling in need of attention. He's like, "What? You're a dinosaur. I don't know what to do with you." Next up is Stomping Ground, because they almost get stomped on by a dinosaur. Small tent set up by Susan and George is violently ripped from the earth. "Oh my god, what's that?" Susan gasps as a giant reptilian foot stomps past them. One thing that I really like about the sort of drawings and artistic representations of dinosaurs is that depending on the time that they were made, they always look different because it's not exactly what they looked like. It's more just like whatever their interpretation or best guess was at the time. Sometimes the artists would take liberties. I think that's kind of fun to see the differences. You'd get like Brontosaurus on its hind legs, or I think that the key example is the T-Rex. They'd always draw it very upright, whereas I think we've come to know that in reality it sort of walked more like level, kind of horizontal to the ground with its tail and its head. Familiar face. Looks like an elephant, not a dinosaur. Wanders off into the jungle away from Susan and George, who are busy. The following morning, she is awakened by the trumpeting call of an elephant. I don't know if the Brontosaurus would see familiarity in the elephant or not. All right, next up we got our sticker. Looks like it's baby and the mom. Some puzzle card. They're reading some kind of lemon thing. Stubborn as a dino. Susan and George, horrified at Kvyat's actions, play a tape recording of Mama's cries to attract baby. Alone in the world for the first time, she is soon adopted by her friends. Death of a scientist. Oh no. Surprising the scientist Etienne in a back alley, Kvyat plunges a knife into his rival and steals his priceless findings. The sounds of a nearby native parade drown out Etienne's death cry. Poor Etienne. And lots of cards in this one. 10 cards. Still 3 more to go. Papa Bronto attacks baby's dad. Colonel Nisogbu and his band of trigger-happy soldiers open fire on Mama Brontosaurus. Defending his mate, Papa attacks Nisogbu's men, but is tragically cut down by machine gun fire. Man, that's probably why the movie didn't catch on. It's because this, like, it should be made for kids, but the dinosaurs are getting mowed down by machine gun fire. Pursuit by Kiviat. Looks like a derivative of Indiana Jones. Mysterious cave. Fluttering sounds in the cave. Alright, Operation Save Baby. After jumping out of the helicopter, Susan and George are reunited with Baby, but the trouble's far from over. Kiviat's in hot pursuit. Trying to get him away. Alright, so in the first pack, I think probably the sticker's the best card just because it's a little different. And I kind of like the Stomping Ground one. I think my main issue with this set so far is that there's no, like, baby card. And card for whoever this guy is. Susan and George. I want a George. Alright, pack number 2. I'm sorry I don't really know too much about this movie, but if you want to know someone who really loves the movie Baby, can't get enough, go over to @TradeCards on YouTube, and Milo over at Trading Cards will hook you up with all the baby knowledge you need. He's a real baby fanatic, I know that. Some more gum. All right, let's do our sticker card first this time because it's our favorite. Looks like it's George, keeping baby safe. And we've got Malumbo Snack. If I'm right, figures Susan, Baby eats about 200 pounds a day. George, literally up a tree, does his best to satisfy the Bronto's tremendous appetite. So he's like literally going up the tree and pulling the leaves down for him. That doesn't seem very efficient. A family of Brontos. I think they prefer to be called a Patasaurus, but I'm not sure. As if one living dinosaur wasn't miraculous enough, another, his mate, and a small Brontosaurus hatchling are sighted by Susan and George. So it looks like they do the whole thing where they go off to the magical land where the dinosaurs live. Maybe take Baby home, or maybe they just help him on the island, I'm not sure. Fate of the Evil One. Defeated by Mama Brontosaurus and her human allies, Professor Kiviat looks up as the dinosaur snatches her ruthless enemy in her massive prehistoric jaws. So I really like a good bad guy death in a movie. Looks like this one doesn't disappoint, although I think eaten by the dinosaur is probably not as creative as it could be. 3 of a kind. Baby takes the Malombo fruit from Susan's hand and rolls over like a contented puppy. This is crazy, laughs Susan. Dinosaurs don't play. I guess you're mistaken, Susan. Next up, we got Nursing the Bronto. Susan sings the ailing baby a lullaby while George gathers fruit, which they feed the little dinosaur by hand. George, if she should die, Susan wonders aloud, tears in her eyes. Probably not much because it's just a dinosaur they found somewhere. Under attack. The Caleri warriors joined Susan and George in their assault against Colonel Nisogbu's soldiers. Meantime, Mama Brontosaurus is running wild. So they actually get the army to help him out. Man, I wonder. Movie looks wild. Mama on the rampage. It is quite poor reviews though, but it kind of does make me want to check it out. Mama Brontosaurus, freed at last by Susan, charges through the jungle village in pursuit of the fleeing Kiviat. It seems nothing can stop this raging behemoth. Calling it baby, you wouldn't think that there's so many other dinosaurs. Makes you think they should call it like Land of the Dinosaurs or something like that. Zoologist Susan Loomis is overjoyed. She's just discovered an exceptional fossil bone. Her joy soon turns to frustration when Kiviat dismisses the find as unimportant. I wonder if Kiviat was like her boss at the start, and then he's like an oppressive, doesn't care about her small findings. And then it turns out they're big findings. Or maybe this Kiviat guy cloned the dinosaurs. Here he is trying to make the dinosaur be quiet. Look, it's baby's mother, whispers Susan as they spot the huge creature tied helplessly to Kiviat's raft. We've got to help her, but how? Not by making a ruckus. And lastly, we've got, and baby makes 3. I can't read that. All right, last pack. So I've now got a nice collection of about 30 baby trading cards. If you want to trade me for any of those cards, the information on how to do that is on the About page on my YouTube channel. Let me know and we'll hook up a trade. That would be pretty cool. If you're a baby collector, let me know in the comments. And if you just had a general fun time, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And it's chow time. It's the card of the sticker we got previously. In an attempt to win the trust of Brontosaurus family, Susan and George gather some Malombo fruit and present these tasty treats as a friendship offering. An offering that is promptly and enthusiastically accepted. Because they're hungos. Alright, next up we got the checklist. So we know which cards we got, which ones we need. Looks like we're already halfway to getting all the cards we need for the set. Mother Love Monster Style. I don't know about that one. Susan and George said tears of happiness as mother and child are at last reunited. The two loving dinosaurs nuzzle each other affectionately. And we've got A Familiar Face again. The Great Escape again. And Baby. I think that's probably the best we can hope for in the set. Is Baby okay? I think she'll be fine. Slightly injured. George flies into danger. Looks more of a jump, to be honest with you. Whoever said a sports writer's life was dull. Chased by soldiers, stung by wasps, and adopted by a friendly dinosaur. George Loomis now leaps after killer scientist Kiviat for a final showdown in the jungle. Alright, we got Besieged by Natives. Doesn't look like much of a siege to me. They seem pretty friendly. Susan and George are suddenly surrounded by fierce-looking Caleri warriors. Susan In an attempt to win their trust, snaps a few Polaroid pictures. Not sure how that's supposed to do that. Curious critter. Dinosaur getting into stuff. Who turned out the lights? Indeed. Yep, it's just Baby checking out the camp. While investigating the Loomis camp, Baby has an unexpected close encounter with George's underwear. Frantic, the Bronto is helped by a little monkey who playfully pulls the garment off Baby's head. All right, those are the Baby cards. We got quite the stack here. Not sure how many more of these packs we're going to open. You never know. But this is probably it. If you want to trade for Baby with the underwear on his head, Baby and George, Baby and Mom, or just Baby, then let me know. Definitely hook that up. And this was Card Corner, opening the Baby trading cards. Once again, if you want to check out a channel by a guy who really loves the movie Baby, make sure you check out at Trading Cards channel starring Milo. Take it easy.